I knew this Queima das Fitas was going to be a big deal here at the university, but I didn't know how big a deal until I got up to the plaza between the chemistry and physics building. That's what it looks like normally. And yesterday afternoon, that's what it looked like. So when I was walking down the hill past the cathedral, the old cathedral, I met a couple of young women sitting there with their ribbons, and I asked them what was going on. They said, "Show up at 10 o'clock. So I did. At 10 o'clock, this is what it looked like. That's the owl. Did you see it? And people just kept on coming into the plaza, standing around until just before midnight, when the musicians showed up, only men with the guitars, the Portuguese and the Coimbra guitar, and singers. And they started singing right on the clock at midnight. That was the beginning of the festival. This is the serenade that they do. There's about 80 women sitting on the steps. Those women that I met earlier were all medical students, and they were there to get on the steps. Meanwhile, the place is packed with students primarily, all drinking. There's no policeman to be seen. No one's breaking anything, and no one is really kind of violent or crazily intoxicated. See the owl in the tower? They call the tower the owl. See if Sam and Coco can detect it. And the place is just packed with people. And at the very end, folks are pretty excited. This was an hour and a quarter. Finished about 1:15. And this is the tradition, 100-plus-year-old, 150-year-old tradition. And when I left the plaza in front, the square in front of the cathedral, and went back down to where the meal had been happening in the Praça de Comércio, the Praça de Comércio was just a complete mess, which you'll see. But all cleaned up in the morning, great night. And then this morning, out on the street, I met these guys. Two guys playing traditional Portuguese bagpipes. Very different from Scottish pipes, more like Greek pipes. And they were just great. And they were just walking down the main street. And I was sort of impressed. And so I just followed them along. And they do this because they feel that the events of last night in Fado are new, where this stuff is 1,000+ years old. And they want the students and others to remember that there's this historic music of Portugal, and this guy with the hat on, it's just a hoot. It's the way the day ended. Beautiful sunny day. Okay, bye-bye.